go. This little 2-block, not even 2-block, maybe block and a half street. It's my favorite street in all of New York. One time I was skating here and I found like the handle to a cane on the street, and so I just put it in my back pocket, and I guess some cops thought I had like a gun in my back pocket, and so they stopped me and asked what I had. I showed them. They were like, all right, dumb kid, and left me alone. But the people who lived there like came out and asked me if I was okay, if I was getting harassed or anything like that, and I don't know. That was like one of the nicer New York memories that I have. And another reason why I love this street. I mean, it felt wrong to just take the pizza back to my hotel room and eat it there. I can't think of anywhere else I'd rather eat it. So I'm in New York this week for work. My company asked me to come out to attend some events that are going on in the city this week. But it's kind of a last minute ask. So some of the events have already hit capacity in terms of in-person attendance, which means I have to watch this one in my hotel room. But there's another event that I'm gonna go to later. Covering these kinds of events can be the easiest part of the job because there's just a lot of fluff in the presentations. My job's just to pick out the signal from the noise and write that up. So a lot of times I'm able to write up my coverage while the people are still talking. All right, I have like an hour and a half before I have to leave for an event that I'm actually attending in person. Let's go get lunch. It's nice out, so let's find a park. Not too bad. I'm pretty sure chopped salad is pretty basic and generic, but we don't have chopped where I live, and I feel like all my New York friends get chopped a lot or sweet green. So I figured, let me try it. I got half hour to kill. And did go in and out just to film this? Yeah. Let's go. Cool seeing Tom Colicchio. I need to go to a coffee shop to get some work done. So I was gonna go for a walk and take the camera with me, get dinner, and get some shots. But if it's been raining and might rain some more, I really don't want to take my camera out. But I still want to go for a walk. So apparently it's sunny now. Got the umbrella anyway. Well, the rain's here, so I gotta go. So I did bring my actual camera on this trip, but I've been filming most everything with my phone. And that's just because it's easier to film for me out in public with the phone. It's a bit more discreet versus being like, here's my camera. Also, the events I'm going to, like the one I'm on the way to right now, I don't know if they're gonna do back check and how they'd feel about me walking in with a full-on camera. So we're on the phone today. Vlogging and those kinds of events is hard because, well, they're boring. So, business execs standing in a room full of business execs. But anyways, I got a couple hours until the next event, so let's go to a coffee shop. The place was cool, but no bathroom, which is tough. So, gotta go find a bathroom. And that is why Starbucks is undefeated when it comes to places to work remotely. Starbucks has its faults, but for someone who works from coffee shops a lot, it's just so clutch. Admittedly, I never spent much time up in this part of the city, but I didn't realize there's a battleship just docked. Just getting all the views. I mean, that's not a message you want to see, especially when I've been out for close to an hour now, filming. Did a whole long talking sequence just now where I talked about imposter syndrome and kind of just embracing being an imposter to feel less like an imposter. I articulated better than that. Came back to my camera, discovered wasn't recording, and now I'm having this issue, and all the stuff I recorded earlier didn't record, so that's cool. I don't know. Epilogue on the memory card issue with my VX3. A lot of the clips did save to the SD card, they just couldn't be read on the camera. The camera was giving me issues for a while, just giving me that same error message. Updated the firmware. Now it seems to be okay. At least this seems to be recording. So, I don't know. let's see if we can kind of gather together what I'm trying to say here. This week's about practicing making vlogs and making vlogs in the raw style. And that's a little uncomfortable. That's a lot uncomfortable. A lot of it depends on me being willing to find the story as I go and putting myself in situations where maybe there can be a story, which really boils down to filming outside in public and talking to the camera, both of which I'm doing right now. And that's tough because it feels like putting myself out there. And so then there's that imposter syndrome that kicks in. But what I've been trying to do to deal with that imposter syndrome is actually kind of embrace the imposter. Like right now, if anyone were to come up to me and be like, hey, what are you doing? I would say, I'm a videographer, video editor, and I just like to shoot to get in practice, to give myself clips to work with. And like, yeah, I do videography and video editing as part of my job, but it's not like my job, like the sole thing that I do. But having that built-in response makes me feel valid in doing this. Like it's okay to have my camera out, it's okay to talk to my camera or to get shots of whatever, or to put my camera down and walk in front of it. Because when I think about it from the lens of a videographer, video editor getting in practice, you're just like, yeah, that's a cool shot to try out, to get. And so the self-consciousness kind of temporarily goes away because it's just about the shot, it's just about the video. That's the thing that matters, and it puts kind of blinders on everything else. And I guess that's what it really boils down to, is nothing else matters except me getting better at making videos. So hopefully this week helps me get better at making videos. I guess we'll have to see. I didn't plan on filming a get ready with me video today. I just had the idea for the shower shot. It's kind of wild to me how this is very much not a normal work week. I'm in New York, attending a bunch of events, but already each day starting to feel a bit routine and Groundhog Day-ish. Like, leave the hotel, go to an event, leave the hotel, get on the subway, go to an event, go to a coffee shop to work, go to an event, rinse and repeat. Like, I know I'm a creature of habit, but well, I don't know what. I mean, it's cool. Looks like dinosaurs' ribs. I guess even if the structure of my day is gonna be repetitive, in New York there's so much to see that it's not like at home where it's just the same office all the time.
Now we're just getting started and we've got a jam-packed day of sessions for you. See you back here at...
Interview ended up coming through, transcribed it. I got a lunch meeting. Fancy. I'm done. I had a meeting too. It's funny. I haven't had any subway issues all week, and now my train's delayed, which reminds me that when I used to live in New York, train delays were just standard, and so you would bake that into your commute to get anywhere. But I haven't done that this week, so hopefully I'm not late for this next meeting.
There is an Uptown Local 1 train to Van Cortlandt Park, 242nd Street, approaching the station.
That place didn't allow laptops, which I didn't know about. I didn't set the meeting there, but it makes things tricky when it comes to interviews, because then I had to resort to pen and paper, and my handwriting is absolute garbage. Oh well, at least it's nice out today. Seats right now. People can be great. There were no seats here, but this lady asked her if I could just, borrow a stool, but she had the table, and she said, I could join her at this table. Now she just left, and means I have a table. Great. People are nice. It's nice that people are nice. Today, we're vlogging on the FX3. I feel like vlogging on the phone most of the week helped me to get comfortable vlogging in public, to the point where now the camera that'll draw the most attention I can feel somewhat more comfortable with. So when I first moved to New York, I would come to this diner 2 in the morning with a book, notebook, and just order ham and cheese omelet and coffee and feel like I was a writer in New York. Cheesy, but that's how it was. I'm in something of a sentimental mood, being back at my old stomping grounds from when I was 18, 19, 20. Like here, where I used to live when I first moved to New York. Back then I kept notebooks and I actually wrote in them. And so again, the aim this week was to build a habit of vlogging throughout the day, and just using it as a chance to document the day while also reflecting on the day. And not just reflecting on the day, but just reflecting on, anything. That's ultimately what I use a notebook for. And so I think that's what the purpose of this trip, unbeknownst to me coming into it, but what the purpose of this trip has turned out to be, which is me thinking back to when I was 18, 19, and didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, just know I wanted it to be something creative. Now, 19, 18 years later, having a better sense of what I want it to be. And it really just being a matter of acting on it, doing the thing, which is what I'm doing right now, including vlogging in public, talking to the camera in public, having my camera out in public. It's uncomfortable, but I think like I was saying the other night when my camera wasn't recording, it's bringing into reality this life that I imagine for myself. Put another way, I'm faking it till I make it. And I guess what I'm hoping is I won't recognize when the line blurs and the faking it becomes making it. Or I guess, what's the difference between faking it and making it? Especially if at some point you've made it. So I guess if you fake it until you make it, then when you've made it, were you ever really faking it? Maybe instead, all along you were making it. So maybe right now I'm making it. Even if it feels like I'm faking it. All right, that's enough.